Welcome back to the Pedagogy TLS. This is Abdul Ghafoor and you are watching a YouTube channel. So another video about the Pedagogy Cycle 2 and Cycle 3 questions. So I selected some questions related to the professional development. So let's discuss what are the correct answers for these questions and how the patterns of the question as well as. So this document I have received from the teachers and they have a multiple options related to that. So I verified these questions and now I wanted to share with you. So number one question is the what is the best form of professional development for teachers that helps to deepen the teaching practices. Now we have options educational conference, training and workshop, and brainstorming. So let me give you the first. The answer is the professional learning communities. Now, what are these professional learning communities? Let's discuss about that first. So, learning communities, we these are the professional learning communities we call PLC. They are providing collaborative opportunities for teachers to reflect and share strategies, fostering deeper teaching practices. While now, this is the one thing that providing the collaborative. Now, collaborative that means they can create an interdepartment group of teachers, uh, learning communities, while learning workshop and educational conference beneficial for professional learning community emphasize ongoing. This is ongoing peer-to-peer learning and improvement which supports deeper transformation of the teaching method. So these conferences, professional development has a two impacts. One is the teaching practices and one is to improve the learning achievement of the learners, right? Learners achievement. These two impacts, and these has been mentioned already in SNC Teachers Standards Guide. So you can have a look on it. Standards 2.2, 2.1.1, 2.1.2. Next thing that scenario examples, suppose at a middle school, the teacher of English department form a PLC, professional learning community. They meet 2 weeks to discuss the strategies for improving reading comprehension. This is the one thing. Their focus to identify that the students are struggling or analyzing figurative language text. So they have, we can say also it's quite related with the action research. Efforts are collaborative. The team, because they are all together and they share how they teach this concept. That means they'll be sharing their own understanding, including lesson plan, activities, and work samples. After that, they will be creating an action plan, a united lesson sequence incorporating best elements, whatever their findings were. Then you will be analyzing, teaching the lesson plan, review assessment results, and discuss what worked. Then you will be reflecting and reviewing. So this model is actually when we are conducting or have facing any problem, we take that problem and we analyze, report it, and discuss and find out the best way or any accumulative approach in order to solve this issue. So this is one of the method of also action research. So this was the PLC, professional learning communities. Let's move to the next question. What are the benefits of the PLC? Teachers learn from each other. Strategies are tailored to students' need. They modify and continuous improvement to deeper teaching practices. So these are the uh, teaching benefits of the learning communities, professional learning community. Next question, we have the same domain. Which of the following forms of professional development help teacher further to bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge. Theoretical knowledge, that means the uh, can be a subject knowledge, or practical knowledge, that means what we have to implement. So as I said, this is impacting on the teachers in previous, the concept, when we have been part of the professional development, or why they assign the PDs or conduct professional development. They want to improve two things. Number one, teaching practices and achievement of the learners. So let's discuss what does it mean theoretically and practically concepts are. So when a school organizes a training workshop for teachers using technology in the classroom, this is the one of the theme. In this theoretical component, the workshop begins with a session on the principle of integrating the digital tools, okay? Learning outcomes, including research back. However, the practical that we have to use it. So one is the discussion, but we have to do it, then we have to implement. So these are the two things, okay? Teachers are given hands-on activities where they use tools like interactive whiteboards, educational apps, online, collaborative, like in a Zoom, like in a Teams. Okay, so this is the actually what they are, how they are helping in order to promote uh, these skills. Immediate implementation. After the workshop, teachers apply these techniques in their classroom and receive feedback from peers and trainers during follow-up session. So how they will be checking whether that training is impacting on students and students' achievement and teachers' teaching or not, and the feed will be provided accordingly. So that is an other part of another question. Moving to next. Next question I have: while teaching a certain topic, the teacher came out uh, best to assess what the students had learned and what they were struggling with during the teaching unit. Now, during the teaching unit, note it down. Based on the test, the teacher implementation and remedial plan to support the struggling students. What is the assessment type? We have to find out the assessment. Now, we have, we use it the beginning, so this is not part of an aptitude is checking the IQ level. However, a summative assessment, uh, this is the summative assessment we use at the end of the unit. The question is asking during the unit, so we use the formative. So whenever we have to make the changes in our lesson plan, we focus on a formative assessment. Whenever we make changes, want to changes in our curriculum, we focus on the external or summative analysis or data-driven decisions. So formative assessment was the correct answer. Now, principle and the generalizations are the main component of students' cognitive structure. As we know that when we are designing the curriculum, this is the approach of the curriculum. First, we have a generalization, G, and then we have a concept, then we have facts. So generalizations are the broader statements. Can I say Common Core California? Yes. NGSS? Yes. Can I say Cambridge? Yes. And we teach based on the concept. So we align the concept. Concepts are what kind of the chapters, units, or uh, topics, or we say that the strengths and substrengths. And facts are our objectives. So facts are our expectations, right? Or you can say the learning outcomes as well, as that's another discussion. So this is that a teacher plans to promote principles, generalizations. Principles are what? Facts. These are facts. What are the best action they can take now? Now, generalizations, when we are teaching, the lessons, we have to think and reflect in order to figure out the links between concepts. So when we are designing the curriculum, we are designing the curriculum by looking at the standards for sure, but we are narrowing down approach of the concept. So when we are planning, we choose concepts and align in a scope and sequence these concepts, right? So the first option is the correct option. Now moving to the next part of the question, let me check what is it. Okay, so here regarding a teacher's expectations. Now, what are the teacher's expectations in the classroom? As we know, they are following statements true. So when it's to asking students to complete the task, to take a test, the teacher should set a high expectation. That's a true, but realistic, that should be realistic. Okay. So in a simple words, we say that we are talking about the smart objectives. What are the smart objectives? That should be some measurable, realistic and all. So it should be realistic. Okay, so the answer is first, because we set high expectations. How do we know? Check the SNC standards. Is a very clearly written that set high expectations during your teaching. Okay, a teacher expectation does not have a clear no. It's an appropriate for the teacher. No, the teacher should set very high expectations for the students when they asking them to complete on what, why, when they ask, or take a test in order to increase their motivation. So, when they ask, however, this is talking about that expectation in order to increase students. So, it is overall we have to go it set high expectations, not when asking them to complete a task. No, it's not only during the task, it is for overall we set the high expectation. Even our curriculum is based on high expectations. We cannot set the low expectation. The option one is correct. I hope these questions will help you a lot in upcoming exams. For more questions, please subscribe the channel and turn on all notifications that you're going to get notified for further. We'll be meeting in the next lesson with the new questions. Till that, stay blessed and take care.